Going on, everybody? Figure I'd make another video. Sitting here, gotta get ready to start painting my kids' rooms. Should be working, but only essential businesses are allowed to be open. So, anyways, you guys all hear about that new strand? Give me a fucking break. So I guess our government must have went to fucking Merlin. Let me explain. This new strand just magically appeared in the UK. Virus is from China, but it magically appears in the UK. Okay. Whatever. Maybe it traveled there. Who knows? No. Neighbor's alarm's going off. Man, my hair's all fucked up. So anyways, there's a guy or a girl or whatever here in Ontario. I'm not going to get into specifics. But caught this new strand. Holy shit, my hair is messed up today. So caught this new strand. Look at that. Got a mind of its own. And so you assume not right off they must have traveled to the UK. Nope. Never traveled to the UK. So you figure someone from the UK must have been in contact with this man or woman or whatever. I don't know what they identify as, so. But nope. This person never had any contact with anyone from the UK. So at least one fucking option. In order to fucking make a new strand go from the UK and poof, magically appear in Ontario, Canada, they must have went and saw Merlin. The only one that's powerful enough with enough magical power that we know about that can make something that drastic, happen. Has to be some extreme magic. Well, the only person we know with that kind of magic is Merlin. So, and it's the UK. So I guess Merlin's real. You fucker, you've been hiding for years, you son of a bitch. Motherfucker. You know, I need a couple $1,000,000. You know, a nice new car would be nice. I got a new car, but I want another one. If you're watching, Merlin, help a brother out, man. You know what the problem with this whole bullshit is? Is that the test that they give you tests you for coronavirus. It doesn't test you for COVID-1. It doesn't test you for COVID-2 or 12 or 10 or 8 or 20 or 19. What it tests you for is the coronavirus. Now, you could have tested everyone before even fucking having this shit released, and everybody would have tested positive for coronavirus, or at least anyone with a common fucking house cold would have tested positive before COVID was even released. Why? Because the common house cold is part of the coronavirus family, which means you already have that one particular strand they're looking for is already in your system if you've ever experienced a common house cold. That's why people that never had COVID, who've never been sick, test positive for coronavirus. That's why it's popping up all over as fast and as rapidly as it is, because you're already infected with the coronavirus. I have it, you have it, everyone has it. When is this world going to wake up from the fucking delusion that the government's created through television, media, and fucking more bullshit? When are you guys going to fucking realize and wake up to the reality that is? These individuals could care less about you or me. These individuals like Ford, Legault, Trudeau, all of them, they don't care about the everyday citizen. They don't care about your paycheck. They don't care about your taxes. They don't care unless it benefits them personally. Not the government. Trudeau personally. Ford personally. That's where all the lobbyists come in. make sure they get their paychecks. That's why I keep telling you we got to stop electing these fucking fools who have brainwashed the citizens to believing that we don't know the first thing about politics and we don't have to understand coal. Yet, you wake up every fucking day. The first thing you do, you worry about your family and what you got to do throughout the day. You're planning your schedule. You got your bills. You got to worry about those. Got to get those paid. That's what a politician does. You got to worry about your family life. What steps you need to take to make sure you and your family get the best out of that day. That's what a politician does. You got to worry about education for your children. Not just your children, for yourself. Everybody's learning. Everybody's a student. Doesn't matter how much you fucking know, how much of a genius you think you are. You're always learning. You're always a student. Politicians do that every day. Every day. They worry about your education. Worry about your kids' education. Healthcare. You always got to worry about your kids' health. Got to worry about your health. Got to be able to work tomorrow. Pay those bills. Keep paying for taxes so that way your kids can keep having education. That's what the politics do. Or politicians do. Then you got to worry about infrastructure. You got to worry about the roads. Making sure you pay your taxes to pay the roads so that way you don't have that big fucking hole in your road so that way you can get to work every day. Then you got to worry about jobs. You do that every fucking day. And if you're not at one job, you're worrying about where you're going to get your next job. So that way you can continue to pay your bills, which continues to pay your infrastructure, which continues to pay your education and your health care. Everything you do throughout the fucking day is literally the actions of a politician. We are all politicians. I know what you're going to say. But Cole, what about foreign trade and trade? We do that too. Every time you step outside your house and you commute with another human being, you're either in coerce in a conversation or you're committing in trade between you and the individual. Foreign trade, or even if you go to the store, it's the same as that. It's trade right there. You got to pay, you get taxes, you got fucking, it's everything. Foreign trade, well, we go online and buy shit offline. Foreign trade. I know, how's that the same, Cole? Well, it's simple. You doing it online is the exact same as them picking up a phone. You're ordering something online, you know what you want, you know the cost of it, you know how much your budget is, you know how much money you have to spare, if you have enough to pay for that item. That's all they're doing. They're picking up the phone going, hi, we have $1 million and we'd like to purchase this, say 3.6 million melons. I don't know for sure, but I'm just giving you a rough example. That's the same fucking thing. They got to make sure that the money's there, that they check the budget, that they have the money, that they can pay for the item. It's the same fucking thing. But they have us all brainwashed that we can't do the job. That you shouldn't elect someone like me. That you shouldn't elect that farmer down the street, Mary, who owns the dairy farm, or Kyle, who owns the cabbage farm, or Suzanne over at Tim Hortons. The person who talks to everyday people every fucking day. Like, I would put her in our top communications fucking field because this is what she does on a regular for many years, is communicate with the people, know what the issues are. She hears the problems on the streets every day. But because she works at Tim Hortons, she's not a politician, she has no experience, therefore you should not elect her. Even though she has more experience in her one fucking pinky than anyone else in that fucking political field that's sitting there today, can't elect her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. These people apparently care about us. Show me one thing they've done in the past, let's go 10 years. One thing that actually benefits Canadians. One thing. But they created jobs. They created a handful of jobs. Well, they've gotten revenue. No, we've gotten revenue. We've got the budget. You know, that big pile of money sitting in the bank that they keep pulling from to pay for these multi-million-dollar homes, putting their kids through college and all this and that. Their fancy cars, the fancy dinners, the fucking trips around the world, the trips to fucking Disneylands, that all comes from us. Trudeau's a billionaire fucking child fucking, and he takes from us to go do that. Yet his family already has billions. He's a wealthy motherfucker. You guys don't realize how wealthy that guy is. His whole family comes from fucking wealth for generation after generation after generation. That motherfucker is probably Trump rich, all right? We got to stop letting him brainwash everybody into believing that you can't do the job, I can't do the job. Anybody can do the fucking job. Anybody who's living a life where you have to worry about bills, where you have to worry about your education, your health care, you got to worry about all these things, you can do the fucking job. Because that's everything you just did, he's doing right now. No more. Definitely probably a lot less. But definitely not more than what you're doing every day is what he's doing in that office. What Ford's doing in that office. Oh, but Cole's having meetings about COVID. He's sitting at a desk having a room full of people, not him, a room full of people, tell him what to do. Tell him what the facts are. Tell him what the statistics are. They're the ones doing the research. They're the ones on the fucking front lines. They're the ones doing all the fucking work. Not him. He's sitting at the desk, shutting his mouth, not even talking, unless he has a question, which I doubt he has too many of. That's all his job is. How is that harder than the person that works at the factory? Go to the fucking factories, the steel mills, and the fucking the any shop. Doesn't matter what the job is. Go there, work for 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, and tell me that's fucking easier than what they're doing. Go ahead. I fucking dare you. I dare anybody to fucking take up this challenge. Go to a steel mill. Go to a farm. Go to a fucking where Walmart keeps all their shit stored. Then you gotta fucking unpackage it, put it onto a pallet, wrap it, put it in, get on a forklift, take that, fucking put it up on a rack, fucking bring it back down, go wrap another fucking pallet, do the same fucking thing. Do that to 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. Then you come back and tell me their job's harder. Guarantee you won't. Guarantee you're gonna walk through that door, huffing and puffing, tired as fuck, and sore as fuck. They don't do that. So can someone like me do their job? I'd like to say the evidence and the proof states that I can. Now let's get on to this COVID while I still have some time left, because I still want to bring out my plan for moving forward with COVID. Right now, our government is discriminating against every single Canadian citizen there is. It's true, and I can prove it. Not give you evidence, I can prove it. Because of their actions, the proof is in the pudding. Pardon me. So, they're putting us on lockdown. They're saying that we have no choice, that we have to follow the rules. And people are falling for it and not batting an eye or saying a word. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, they're taking our rights away. They're taking our rights away. Fuck that. Yeah, they're doing that. But fuck that. I could care less about that. You know what I'm pissed about? You know what really grinds my fucking gears? Excuse the pun. I know what show you're thinking of. Do you know what really grinds my gears? Is the fact that they're discriminating against every single mom and dad, every single adult thinking person in Canada. They're discriminating against you, saying that you're irresponsible. You're a bad parent. You can't raise your kids. You can't do what's best for you, and you definitely can't do what's best for your kids. That's why we, the government, have to step in and tell you exactly what you have to do. And if you don't, we're going to punish you for it, because we're spoiled little children and we want our way. That's the reality of it. Of course, they won't tell us that, but that's the reality of it. And what they're doing is they're discriminating against us, because they're stating right out loud, You're not responsible to take care of your children. Now, even for those of you who fell for this shit, I'm going to ask you something right now. And I want you to be honest in the comment section if you can. Are you a responsible parent? Do you feel like you can't, not can, that you can't make that decision for your family, that all important decision for your family? You're telling me right now, you're admitting right now that you need to let them take over your children, let them take over you, and tell you how to live, tell you what decisions to make, tell you what decisions to make for your children. You're telling me, because if you're saying that, if you're admitting this, I want to know. I want to know so we can get CAS or DPGA or whatever they're called in there and help your children, because clearly you're admitting right now you can't raise your children. You need them to do it. You're admitting it. So if you can't raise your kids and you can't be there for them, you can't make that all important health decision for your family, then clearly we need to take those children out of your home. You're a danger. Right? Come on. Right? For all you who fucking, oh, you gotta wear a mask. Stay so far apart. The government said so. Okay. So you're admitting that you're a bad, terrible parent. And even if you're not a parent, you're just a person on your own or whatever, that you're a bad decision-making individual, that you're someone who shouldn't be on the street, that you're someone that shouldn't be within society because you make poor choices, that you literally needed a government entity to come in and tell you how to fucking make those decisions. Actually, not even tell you how to do it, they're just making you do it. And you're sitting there defending these people with zero facts. You think the government are the ones keeping the numbers down right now? It's not the government. It's the fucking people. But yet we can't make that decision for ourselves. We can't. Well, we're only doing that, Cole, because they put it into a law. That's the only reason why. Really? Really? Because I can recall from the first lockdown to this lockdown, we weren't in a lockdown. And yet numbers were really low. Explain that then. You can't. You know why? Because it's a big monopoly fucking scam. Think of this. For years and years, we've had zero use for these vax companies. We've had zero use for these pharmaceutical companies in this area. They were losing billions and billions and billions. Every year that went by, they were losing. No funding, no nothing, because we had no virus. There was no purpose for them. There was no need for them. Oh, now all of a sudden there's COVID-19, folks. And hundreds and hundreds of millions are being thrown at these companies. These companies who otherwise would have went out of business. Time to save your lobbyist buddies, huh? But that's what I'm talking about, folks. They care more about their lobbyist buddies than they do you. Than they do me. Than they do our children. Which is the greatest crime of all. And they're discriminating against us by stating that we can't make these all-important decisions for our families, for ourselves, on our own. By stating that they have to step in and make this decision, right there is showing all Canadians that they have zero, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say zero faith, because we pay their paychecks. Clearly we can do that. So they have faith for us in that aspect. But it's like they have, I'm just going to put it in a new way. They're just illogical. They're very illogical thinkers. They don't belong in the political field. If anything, they've proven they belong in a mental fucking ward. They're sick in the head. They're very, very sick individuals. And trust me, oh, what do you know about discrimination, Cole? Considering I was whipped by a leather belt for fucking time and time again and grabbed by the back of my little hair. I was about 7, 8 years old at the time. I had long hair, so a little Indian boy, or as he liked to put it, a little savage. He'd grab me by the back of the hair and throw me into a closet and lock me in there for hours, and sometimes, yeah, even the whole day. Pitch black closet. Imagine that as a 7, 8-year-old boy. So if you're asking me, what do I know about discrimination? That was by my principal. Imagine that at the time. So trust me, I know what it's like to be discriminated against. And this is a prime example of discrimination, what our government's doing. They're stating that you're not a responsible parent, that you're not a responsible elder, that you're not a responsible single mom or single person or a single mom or dad. You're not responsible. You're not capable of raising your children. Only they are. You're not capable of getting up every day, paying your bills, and going to work. They need to tell you to do that. Just look at here in Cornwall. I fucking got discriminated against. I'd been trying to contact the mayor, been trying to contact fucking the person, John McDonnell, whatever the hell his name is, Jim McDonnell. I've been trying to contact him. Not a single fucking email, not a single phone call back. That's how much they care. That's the reality of how much they actually give a shit. Now I know what you're going to say, but Cole, she's probably busy dealing with COVID. No. They've been busy making YouTube videos. Her job is not to fucking make YouTube videos. The second a fucking citizen steps up and emails her, her job is to respond. Her job is to answer those emails. That's what her job is, the job of a mayor. To be there for her people or his people. But we got a mayor here that just more concerned about YouTube videos than actually dealing with discrimination within her own system, within her own city. That's the government. That's these politicians that apparently care about you. That's why I'm telling you. Elect me. Elect your mom. Elect your dad. Elect your Uncle Johnny. Your Aunt Susie. Elect somebody who's not part of the establishment. Doesn't matter if it's liberal. Doesn't matter if it's NDP. Doesn't matter if it's conservative. We need to throw out the party system. We need to elect a worker who is going to maintain the party system. The party system will then only be utilized to maintain and manage the different branches of the government. Conservatives when it comes to money, liberals when it comes to education, healthcare, and all that. NDP we can rely on fucking say infrastructure and foreign trade and stuff. Green Party we can leave in charge of environment and taking care of our oceans and our cleaning up our waters, and we can run the system properly if we elect somebody with the proper fucking train of thought. First moment someone tries to offer me a paycheck or a lobbyist walks in and, well, here's a couple $100 million. First thing I'm going to say to him is, hold on, I wanted to introduce you to my buddy. He's an MP officer. He's the one who's going to be making your arrest. What do you mean? This is bribery and you're going to jail. That's the type of mindset we need. Somebody who will, when the general, our top general in Canada, comes to me and says, Cole, look, or Mr. Holmes, I prefer Cole, that is my name. Cole, look, we can't bring this virus back here, and if we do, we have to quarantine it even more severe. It's a dangerous virus. If we get it out into the communities, it's going to spread. I'm going to look at my top general and say, you the man, right? And we're going to work on a plan to utilize, to properly quarantine, to do what we need to do to protect the Canadian citizens. I'm not going to do what Trudeau did. Whereas he actually, this top general came to him, said exactly that, and he turned his back to the top general and said, go ahead. And now we're in the position we're in. So who do we sue? As a Canadian citizen, I'm honestly asking, I want you guys to answer in the comments if you can. Who do we sue? Because our top general tried to protect us. Top scientists around the world, doctors around the world try to protect us. Yet the government did the complete opposite of what they were being told to do. And on top of that, the only time Trudeau actually put any type of anything on anything and actually took COVID seriously, remember this, folks, was when his wife got sick. But not until then. That's how much you matter. When it came to you, you're fine. There ain't nothing to worry about. But when it came to his wife, lockdown, everybody's gonna close. Oh my God, we're all gonna die. Remember this. Remember these words. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He only cared when his wife got sick. Go back. Look at the facts. Fuck YouTube, fuck Facebook, and they're fact fucking losers. Because they ain't fucking shit, they don't fact check nothing, and they're just fucking trying to do whatever they can to silence anyone like me who's speaking out, who's saying things. Screw COVID. The politicians are the fucking disease. They're the virus. In Canada, that's who we have to fucking take care of. That's the vaccine we need. A vaccine right here, or someone you know, that's going to go in there and vaccinate those motherfuckers out of there. Let's get the disease out of our fucking government. Canada will not fucking heal itself until we take care of the fucking disease that's really ruining our country. And that's these cocksucking lobbyists, the stupid CEO fucking puke scumbags who think they run shit. Wait until I get in control. And these fucking politicians. Got to get them out. They're the fucking bane of our existence. As long as they're in play, our country will always rot. We're going to be in debt. Your paychecks are going to get lesser and lesser. Yeah, they're going to raise probably the minimum wage at one point, but they're also going to be raising the taxes, so it doesn't even make the difference. It will for their pockets, though, just not for yours, not for mine, not for our kids. Because all they're thinking about is here and now and what they can make and get and fucking spend and be just like the next Donald Trump. Anyways, guys, that's my fucking rant. You want to solve the fucking problem? Come next election, be it a shotgun election, be it any election. Canadian Constitution, Canadian Bill of Rights state it clear. I don't have to register with fucking nobody. I just need your votes. So come next election, when you go to the poll, and you get your piece of paper and your pen, I want you to go in there, write my name down, Cole Holmes, COLEHOLMES, and I want you to make that box, and I want you to check it. If everybody does it, if I get enough people to do it, we will win, and we will get into power. And when I say we, I'm talking about the everyday workers. I'm talking about even the people on welfare, because those people are going to benefit greatly with me in power. Greatly. Just by my one plan, the First Chance Act, forcing companies to give every single person at least one opportunity to succeed in their business. That's going to get people off of welfare into the workforce. Our numbers will dwindle in the welfare sector. But hey, what do I know? Put me in power, give me that fucking seat, and let us fix what really needs to be fixed. You know, the real bills, the real infrastructure problems, the real healthcare problems, the real educational problems. Let's really sit down and fix those problems. Fix ourselves. That's what we need to do. You want to move forward from this COVID shit? Anyone who's scared, put on a mask. Anyone else, get back to fucking work. Do what you gotta do. You want to fucking go back to work? Go back to fucking work. Okay? Don't have to wear masks. Companies aren't going to force you to do shit. You don't have to sanitize. Everything's going to go right back to fucking normal, except for those who are actually scared. You wear a mask. You sanitize. You make sure you're safe, because you are a responsible adult and can make decisions for yourself. You don't need me, the government, to step in to be your mommy and daddy to tell you how to do it. You, a 40, 30, 20-year-old person. Imagine that. That's our government. That's what you elect every year. Unless you elect me or someone you know who's got a good mindset and what needs to be done and can't be bought. Let us, the people, start stepping up. And it shouldn't just be me. I'm hoping that more people in all over the provinces, just regular guys that work at the oil factories and everything, step up, go for the election. Let's take it from them. Because they're the fucking virus, not us. Not COVID. It's them. They're the virus. Let's vaccinate that virus. That's my rant. Have a good day, guys. And remember, elect Cole Holmes.